Because again, black women don't see the positive black man as the norm. They look at a black guy who's a drug dealer, and they see him as a true representative of black men. They look at the black guy who's a thug or a gangbanger, and they see him as a true representative of black men. And they look at the black guy who beats up his wife or girlfriend, and they see him as the true representative of black men. They look at the black guy who's a deadbeat father, and they view him as the true representative of black men. You see, black women define black men by the lowest of the low. And I can prove it. I can prove it right now. I can. No bullshit. Now think about this for a second. Do you remember the last time you heard a black woman use the term a bad black man or bad black men? Think about it. Like, seriously, do you ever hear black women specifically label a black man as bad? Not really. I mean, you hardly ever hear them say that. You hear them say good black man all the time, but you hardly ever hear them say bad black man. You know why? Because to the typical black woman, the term bad black men is redundant. It's unnecessary to them. For instance, do you hear anybody use the term cold ice or a wood tree or a hard rock? No, you don't. Because you don't state qualities that are naturally assumed. You just say ice. You don't have to say cold ice. I mean, it's automatically assumed that the ice is cold because it's ice. You don't say wood tree because, well shit, what other type of trees are there? It's assumed that the tree is made of wood. You don't say hard rock, you just say rock. It's assumed that the rock is hard. I mean, yeah, there are some rocks that are harder than others, but shit, they're all hard. You just don't point out qualities that are naturally assumed. And that's why you never hear black women use the term bad black man. Because to them, a bad black man is just a black man. Period. To them, bad black men are just regular black men. There's nothing out of the ordinary about that. I mean, the fact that you're a black man is already assumed that you're up to no good. So there's really no need to specify that. You only specify what you think is out of the ordinary. Hence the term good black men. And to black women, there's only two types of black men. There's black men, regular black man, and then there's the good black men. And you know what? Actually, a lot of them are saying that there's not even any good black men. So there's a lot of them. There's only one category, just black men. In other words, bad black men. And to black women, well, really, to most people in general, we're bad just by default. I mean, they feel like we're just automatically set that way, unless by some phenomenal circumstances that we change into good men. But anyway, back to what I was saying in the first half of this video. You got all these black women just shitting on black men. I mean, just casually shitting on black men. It's just regular talk to them. I mean, just saying all types of foul shit about black men. Just straight up hateful, emasculating, derogatory rhetoric towards black men. I mean, it's enough to make a Klansman go, man, goddamn, them bitches are heartless. That was cold-blooded even for me. And then when you point out their hatred, they conveniently fall back on that. I can't hate black men because I have good relationships with black men. Cop out. Because That's exactly what it is, a cop out. I mean, keep in mind that the good black men they have relations with are the ones they consider to be anomalies to black men. I mean, it's just a way to dodge any accusations of hating black. You know, just like how a racist white person uses his or her black friends to dodge any accusations of racism. You know, keep in mind that the black people he has relationships with are the ones he views to be anomalies of the black race as a whole. It's all the same thing. It's all the same. It's the same damn thing. You don't think you can hate a group because you found some individuals in that group who you personally like, but at the same time you still have hateful or negative feelings towards that group as a whole. And this is something I think most black men should understand. And that's the fact that most black women see black men as a whole in the same way that racist white or non-black people see black men. They may make exceptions for black men who they deem to be exceptional, but their overall perception of black men is overwhelmingly negative and racist in nature. And that's why you can't have an honest conversation with black women about this, because to them it's not hatred, it's just natural. They're conditioned from birth to think that way, to think and feel that way about black men. It comes natural to them. That's the thing. It's so natural that they don't notice it. It's like breathing. Like, it's so natural and you do it so much that most of the time you don't even notice it. And when you point out the hatred, they just rationalize it away. They just come up with all these excuses to justify it. Because their belief system is that any and all hatred or mistreatment that black men get must have been well deserved. It's because to them there is no hatred. They'll just say that they're simply telling it like it is. And that's what scares me the most, honestly. The fact that they believe that what they say is reality. I mean, you got some black women who realize and openly admit that they hate black men. And to be honest, I actually have more respect for those type of black women just because they admit it. I mean, at least they're honest with it. But the average black woman don't admit it, either because she just doesn't want you to know about it, or more likely, as I believe, they're simply not aware of it. It's there. Like they hate us, but they just don't know it's hate. Like, they're oblivious to their own hate. And like I said before, like, a lot of these black women saying all this hateful shit about black men are the ones who turn around and say they have positive relationships with black men. I mean, think about that. If the black women who have good relationships with black men feel that way about us, then what do you think? How do you think the black women who don't even have that many good relationships with black men feel about us? I mean, if the black woman with the best relationships with black men can trash talk black men, well then the shit don't get no better once you go down the spectrum. I mean, there's nowhere to go from up but down. Think about that. Well, anyway, that's my analysis of the situation. This has been a public service announcement by the Truth Bearer 1. Peace out.